Ndegwa Njiru is a familiar face. He is an advocate of great distinction. This morning, on his way to work, the vehicle broke down because of the problems that have become definitive of Kenya. You are in traffic for almost 4 hours. The vehicle is derailed for one reason or another, but in this particular case, it just broke down, you understand? Coming out, and the police noticing that it is Ndegwa Njiru, the one who is always calling for accountability and integrity in government, they decide to apprehend him for obstruction. And we've come here, a battery of lawyers in solidarity, to ask what really is the problem. And despite that clarity of the situation, the police had the audacity of drafting a charge sheet, that the temerity of arresting him, detaining him in the basement here for about 2-3 hours, with the expectation that a magistrate will be available, that the Director of Public Prosecution will be willing to approve those charges. I'm sure, were it not for the vehement opposition and presence of all these advocates, without exhausting their names, Kibe Mungai, Lempa, King George here, and all these advocates here, I believe they will have wanted to charge him. To what end? You know, there's a determined effort by this administration to claw back on the fundamental developments we've made in the Bill of Rights. And it's quite evident. And to the extent that they can have the audacity of doing this to an advocate, not just any other advocate, a distinguished advocate, then we shudder to imagine what they do behind the scenes to everybody else, to any other advocate, especially when an advocate is in the line of duty. And before forgetting this, you know, at this particular point in time, we are mourning 2 advocates whose death is indicated to have occurred in circumstances that could be synonymous to homicide or even murder. So for me, it was a great concern when I saw the message from Ndegwa Njiru. I said, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there. And I want to pass this message to all advocates. Wherever you hear an advocate is in trouble, it doesn't even matter. And I dare say, even if the advocate is on the wrong, come, we get the advocate out. You understand? Because we are being targeted. And we're being targeted because we, as advocates, are in the forefront of advocating for good governance, defending the rights of all Kenyans. No other profession in this country gets targeted as advocates. Why? Because we do that which is good for the Kenyan public. And in conclusion, the Director of Public Prosecutions has found it right to disregard those charges. He has not approved those charges. Ndegwa Njiru will not be arraigned and charged, but a loss has occurred. There's been a fundamental breach of his rights and freedoms, which will be pursued. And I don't know who the officer behind this nefarious act was. We're coming for you personally. The government will not pay for this violation. You will pay it from your own pocket. I think that suffices for now, unless there's any...
Yourselves all the way to the court, handcuffed, and then immediately leaves the court. What does that mean? Away from the ODPP has not actually. What does that mean?
It means in law that there has been an accrual of the cause of action for violation of these fundamental rights, the right to freedom and the right to liberty. And you know, I do not speak from the emptiness of my head. I've been in this position before. I sued the government of the Republic of Kenya. Justice Anthony Murima ordered them to pay me 5 million, which they paid, and I've depleted. So don't come for me, I don't have money. We're going to sue for this violation.
And we will get some money.
And we will get the money.
And he'll exhaust it as well.
And the person will pay personally. Ndegwa Njiru is a politician. He's a leader. He's been in the forefront of calling this government to account. He does it every day, every minute, every hour. And I can tell you without any fear of contradiction If the policeman who flagged him down will have noticed that it was somebody else, not Ndegwa Njiru, they will have let him go. But they said, okay, fine. We have now opportunity to handle it. But let me ask you one question. God forbid if this thing happened at night. Okay? We know what they are predisposed to doing. And that is why there has to be profound vigilance, as my friend Georgia said. We cannot let the ball drop. There must be profound vigilance, not just for lawyers, but for everybody. The road should not be a site, a scene of peril for anybody who has trouble on the road.